Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're gonna get ready together, chit chat. I'm gonna give you a realistic look at my everyday glam that is a little bit like a tiny, there's a lot of products. Everyday glam. I like a lot of product, but I know how to be efficient. This is wearable daytime makeup, but I am gonna be using lashes. I have pulled it back and I feel like every single day my husband is like, wow, you look so fresh, you look so beautiful, what are you doing different? And not that I just do my makeup for him, I do my makeup for me. I love like zoning out, trying colors, doing the things. But I do appreciate when he's like, are you doing something different? It looks really nice. Like, wow, like he just like, I don't know, is being really complimentary of my makeup right now. And I'm like, we've changed enough. We must discuss it. First things first, we're gonna prime. I am still hooked on this from Makiage. It's the No Filter Poreless Base Smoothing Primers. This primer is so nice. The only thing is, someone was talking with me, like we were chatting about this primer in my DMs, and it's like, the only thing is the bottle, you can't tell when you're out. So I think I'm gonna have one of those days where all of a sudden nothing pumps out and I'm gonna be like, well, crap, you know? Okay, I have one little breakout. It's just one. But when you get to the age of needing to combat wrinkles and dry skin, to have even a tiny minor little breakout just really gets under your skin. It's like, I don't want to deal with both, one or the other. This seems really unfair. Okay, so we're gonna cover that up. This is the jam. This is not sponsored, already did that video, but the reality is I have been using this foundation from TirTir every single day. It is so easy to put on. I love it. I'm running out. I tried it for a while, obviously, before doing that video to make sure I was like, yeah, I'm down with this product. And now I'm like panicking because I'm almost out. Oh my gosh. I'm ready to pull the sponge out to like try and get more. And then, pro tip, sometimes if you take a concealer brush in any of your cushions, even like I'll get a little bit of the excess on the edge, like any spillover, because I want to use every last drop of this, then I can go over areas where I want a little extra coverage because these spots are like killing me. My pigmentation really went to the next level with me being out in the sun this summer, and not even SPF 50 would help. So I dot on those areas and I almost let it sit for a minute. Like I don't blend it out right away. That is another tip. So a smaller brush, get a decent amount of product. And because this is so high coverage, it's gonna get the job done and stay put and not look heavy everywhere. Taking a little Natasha Denona Hy-Glam concealer, and what I'm doing now, instead of the old school triangle, which I was holding on to with a death grip, I am now just dotting. Like I am a less is more kind of a girl at the moment. This is the shade RN3. I will have everything listed for you guys in the description box below. This is a Sigma brush that is my ride or die right here. This is the Soft Angle Concealer, the F72. Really love the shape. And I just pat that in. Oh my gosh, I was laughing like over on yonder, over in shorts. I was talking about makeup faces that we make. Like I literally make the ugliest faces when I do my makeup. Please tell me, what makeup faces do you make when you're doing your makeup? Because I noticed when I'm doing concealer recently, I do this. And it literally, like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I just like kind of widen my eyes to kind of try and like stretch the skin out. And if I'm being honest, I tone it down when I'm filming. Like literally, if no one is watching me get ready, I am the weirdest. Like I literally like get in the mirror and like I have to get close for things. And it just looks like some kind of creature in a tower doing her makeup and not really like the YouTube beauty personality. But yeah, that has become a new thing that I'm more aware of. I am gonna pick up the Dior Contour Stick in number 2. I decided that this one's a little bit too dark for me. And I mean, my tan is like fading by the day. Like I'm not out and about as much anymore. I need number 2. It's more warm, but this one is so good. Oh my gosh. For now, we're gonna go into Spritz from Saie. And I am just going to dot the forehead. Dot. That was a little aggressive. This is why I prefer that stick. Do we see like it's a little uneven? You know what I'm saying? But this formula is really, really nice. I do love it. Makeup by Mario double-ended brush. I have been so into this brush. This was thanks to Michaela. She uses this brush all the time and she was not wrong about its blending capabilities. I do try to get a little bit in the hairline. That is such a great thing to remember. The hairline doesn't always pick up the makeup the way I want it to, and if I'm being really, really precise, I will go in with a hair powder and adjust my hairline because my face is a different color than my scalp. So you can see like this really intense difference sometimes. You want to make sure that not only are you blending on your jaw to not have a demarcation line, but that you're blending into your hairline. Snatch up the jaw. Let's snatch up the jaw. And then if I'm being kind of lazy with my contour on the nose, which honestly, most of the time I am. I don't want to look like I have 2 stripes down my nose in real life. If I'm filming, it can look really beautiful and like in camera, it just looks so good. But then you go into different light and it's like, ooh, like you can tell there's makeup there. So what I like to do is take whatever excess is on my brush that I blended out contour with, and I will just kind of press in on the side of the nose a little bit. And you see that I'm kind of like pulling up a little bit, so I'm not getting on the bridge. I'm just creating like a tiny little shadow. Oh my gosh, like honestly, you guys, do I need stress management? Because I'm sitting here, I kid you not, gripping, like I'm like, like while I'm doing my makeup. Here's the thing about the internet. Your For You will have you convinced that you have all of these different like illnesses and mental things wrong with you because it's like, did you know that if you walk around like this is what this means? And now I'm like very aware suddenly of all the weird things that I do. Like I was talking about like the weird makeup face thing. Like I'm more aware of myself right now. And recently I've been noticing that I do this, like, do I have high cortisol or like, do I need to go meditate? Because like, pow, like, I don't even know, like, whew, relax. I'm not even drinking caffeine right now. I'm drinking water that looks filmy and weird, right? Because I put hydrogen capsules in here because I want to hydrate my body better and I'm on a mission to do that. So this is from Symbiotica. The little like caps. I ordered it on Amazon and I'm hoping it will hydrate me better and I'll be like a less stressed person. Not to bring up like bad things, but like also maybe let's like chit chat. So when I was on the plane to go to Seattle for my friend's wedding, like everything had just kind of gone down as far as like all the litigation stuff, right? And I'm not even joking. And I'm sure someone in the comments is gonna be like, Tati, this is what this means. This was like all of the tension leaving your body or like whatever. But like I was on the plane and I hadn't cried about it. Like I hadn't released my emotions about it. And literally, I finally got all my filming done, everything done. Like everything was like signed, whatever, we're moving on. I made the video, like it's really happening. This fight is over. And I'm on the plane. And my body starts heating up, and not in like an anxiety way, because I know what an anxiety attack feels like. I've had them my whole life. Like that's a whole other thing. I don't deal with that anymore. Thank God. This was so different. I heated up on the plane and all of a sudden I felt my calves like vibrating, and then my thighs were kind of vibrating, and then I kind of felt like my body vibrating, and I'm like, oh whoa, like I've seen videos online of people like releasing their trauma and like their body will like, you know, and like I had some kind of like vibrational release on the airplane that kind of felt like a panic attack but also didn't, and it freaked me out a little bit. Like I kind of was like, oh, my body's letting go of like all of this pent up emotion and whatever, and like I felt better. But now I'm doing this freaking weird fist thing. And like I noticed that I do it when I'm shopping too. Like I walk around with my fists. I need to do some like somatic breath work or something like that. Let me know. What do you think? Diagnose me. Cheers. Okay, I want to go in with my favorite pink. This just never fails me. It looks good with everything. Like blush for me is one of those weird things that if I try a new formula, I try a new color, sometimes it throws the whole makeup off. This one always looks good. That's why I talk about it all of the time. I'm gonna mix the shade Rose Pink. Is that a hair in there? It's a brush hair, I promise you. That looks gross. I'm gonna mix that with Peony Pink, which is more coral. Feels a little more fall, a little more matchy to what I'm wearing today. Also, I got a scale that I got this scale off of TikTok that told me I'm dehydrated. And now I'm like, well, this is unacceptable. And it's causing all these problems in my life. So now I wander around home with like mason glass jars filled with water 24/7. And my mission is to better understand cellular hydration in my body. And I honestly believe it's gonna fix all of my problems. I drink too much coffee and tea, and I'm understanding that now. So that's also like a new part of my journey, like getting real with myself. Because before I'd be like, it's fine. I can drink 3 yerba mates in a day. Did I also have a pre-workout? Yes. And I drank a little bit of water. Like, I'm not dumb, but the scale that I have, literally, it's like an alarm went off and was like, you're in danger. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? And so now I'm going to be running to the bathroom a lot. I don't know. It's a new thing, but I feel good. Like 2 days of actually paying attention to my water intake and not overdoing caffeine. And I feel like, oh my gosh, is this what life is supposed to feel like? Why do we do these things to ourselves? Like, why do we over-caffeinate? Like, I'll be like, I'm so tired, I need it. Okay, so we're gonna go in, we're gonna play with a few powders because that's just how I roll. Okay, this new one from Tower 28, Shut the Front Door. This is so good. It's a talc-free formula. I almost never love talc-free for locking in makeup. Like, this will actually lock you in. It has kaolin as an ingredient to absorb oil. You have mica in here, which is giving it a little bit of luminosity, but not crazy. It looks great on my skin. I have combo skin that's a little textured, a little dry. We have some lines, and this one is so good. The packaging feels a little cheap. I'm not gonna lie. There's no mirror in here, but I don't care. It's the GetSet Palisades Pink, underrated, so good. I'm gonna take a StansOut Beauty Puff. I've been loving this one. Reminds me a lot of an old friend. And it's difficult to find anything like that. We're gonna pounce this on the face. This powder sits on the skin beautifully and it stays, and it doesn't have talc in it, which can clog your pores. It can break you out if you are acne prone. I want to put on a little bit of bronzer. I am going to use my Scott Barnes 6'4" brush. I love this. I kind of pounce right in the pan, getting the product on the tip, spank it off. And then I like to start at the temple, and I'm kind of pulling back into that hairline, and I pull back and then pounce. I'm trying my best to not bring bronzer down too low. I feel like that drags the face down. If you suffer and struggle from any gravity issues here, which I definitely do, I have very elastic skin. Like I like the quality of my skin, but definitely like firmness is a constant battle. It's something that I work on with my skincare and all of that. And recently I'm noticing I gotta be careful with how I am placing my bronzing contour situation. So I kind of almost pull my face back and then try to really go up and not carve out this area where I don't want to emphasize shadows. Now we're going to go in with the Candleglow Sheer Perfecting Powder from Laura Mercier in number 2. This is an awful lot like the ambient lighting powders from Hourglass. I've fallen in love with this one again. It is really nice. Do you see how it just gives the skin a little bit of life, but it's not adding any metallic shine? Let's do some brows. I'm gonna go in with Anastasia Brow Wiz in Soft Brown. So you guys, I'm enjoying going live so much, and I want to make sure that you can hang out with me when I do decide to go live. For right now, it's feeling like Wednesday is the day, so make sure you are subscribed, notifications are on. If you want to come hang out and have it be a more intimate thing where we can chat about makeup products and all of that, I am doing that here on YouTube now. What I've been doing a little different right now is spending a little more time on my brows, making sure that I carve them out like it is 2016. Maybe not to the extreme how we used to do, but at least underneath to brighten right here. I feel like it really lifts the face when you brighten right underneath just ever so slightly. You could do this with concealer or any nude pencil, and it just gives a little bit of lift. It also softens the edge so we're not penciled into the extreme. And then I'll take a brush that doesn't have any product on it and kind of smooth the color out just ever so slightly. We're going for kind of a fluffier brow. I have such difficult brows, you guys know. I'm going in with Benefit's Fluff Up Brow Wax. Time to get a new one. I use this every day, and I like to just brush the hairs up. Bonus, you can use this for flyaways in a pinch. Makeup hack. Like if you're doing this and like you have it in your purse and you don't have anything else, it will literally, it's a wax. So if you have an issue, it will lay the flyaway down in place. Typically any clear brow gel will do that, but because this is a waxy formula, it works great. Okay, you're probably wondering, like, this looks kind of like the basic makeup situation, like what is different? We are gonna go in the waterline with this sparkly situation from Half Magic. This is in the shade Champagne Snowflake. It is so beautiful, so gorgeous, really blinding, and I actually like going all the way, not really in the waterline, but right up against it, all the way from the inner corner to the outer. Do this before mascara. Now we're gonna go on the upper lash line. I'm not even going into shadow first. This is kind of a backwards situation as far as how I am doing my makeup right now, but I love it. We're going to chunky line the eye. I'm taking Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleon in, this one is for hazel eyes. I don't have hazel eyes, but I like this shade. It is called Golden Quartz. And we are going to run this all along the upper lash line, thinning it out a tiny bit toward the inner corner. And really, you could use any chubby stick pencil. I love the Halsey one. I'll do this technique with that. That's more of a powder where you get it in the cap, that whole thing. In fact, actually, I'm gonna use that to blend this out. Loving this from About Face. Close but no cigar. It's a double-ended situation. Love this guy. So now I'm gonna take the tip and just kind of smudge. So we're smoking the entire lash line. Looks a little wild, I know. So you might be tempted to go right into the crease and do eyeshadow, but I'm actually gonna do lashes first. Going with a little Wonder Skin Powerful Mascara. I've really oddly been liking this. Normally not my go-to type of a brush shape, but I do really enjoy it. We're gonna move to lips for a moment just so we can see what the finished look looks like without lashes, but I do plan on putting on lashes. This has been the trio. What I am doing right now that I am loving is I'm taking this lip liner from Buxom. This is in the shade High Def Honey. It has a brush on the opposite end, and this is the perfect contour that you cannot mess up for your lips. It is dark, but not too crazy dark. It's blendable. So instead of contouring with a cream underneath your foundation, I've been doing this. Okay, my lips just look a lot bigger doing this technique, and I love it. Blend the color to the center. Bold Beige, what a unique lip product. This is a product I reach for almost every day right now, and I love it. Right in the center. Texture is perfection. Blend it a little bit. Go in with something more rose toned, and I'm using from Honeybee Gardens Island Spice. If you don't have the patience for this, I get it, but I love it. And now we gloss. I had to go run and grab this. This has been the gloss that I've been using the most. I'm obsessed with this. I think it's launched by now, so I hope I'm not unveiling something I shouldn't. But this is a limited edition from Catrice. This is the tinted lip oil, but look at all of the shimmer in here. This is like oil shine to the max. This is called Party Crasher. Just watch, please, because it is like, it's so good. And it's like $5. Look at that. It just makes your lips look giant. Like it's a lip oil, it's nourishing, and it has that vinyl shine. But then now we have more dimensional shine with the little glimmers that don't, like they don't look obnoxious. They're just there to help oomph everything up, and I love it. Back to the eyes. Lashes. Lashes are on, everything's looking really good. I am going to conceal the lash band with a little bit of brown liner. And the crazy thing is, I'm not wearing any eyeshadow. I have put nothing in the crease. So this can be a really quick move to just really line the eyes fast with a chubby pencil, blur it out, buff it out, put on your mascara, do a little something brightening on the lower lash. You can then add false lashes if you like. You don't have to. And if you don't want to do all the moves with the lips, you can just throw on the lip oil by itself. So this can be very easy out the door makeup, quick-ish makeup that is still really glamorous. And I personally love having my lid space totally blank. Never have I ever. Like, yes, I went in with a little bit of the excess contour that was on this brush. And when I was doing my base, I went in the crease just a little tiny bit. But outside of that, there is nothing on the lid. Now, if I wanted to have a little bit of fun, which why not? We're here filming. I am going to take the glitter puck from Half Magic, and I'm just going to grab just a little bit on my finger, lean back, and right in this region right here, I'm just going to add a little shine, nothing major at all. And that will just open the eye up. Now you could do that with a creamy vanilla, more matte satin matte shade. You don't have to use glitter. You could do something even taupe, and that would look really pretty, like a metallic taupe. But my point is, you don't always have to carve out the eye and do these intricate, crazy, like the outer crease, we're using 3 shades, and then we're doing a transition shade and deepening it up and doing all these moves that almost border into a cut crease just without putting down any concealer or anything to carve things out. If you want something that's just fast, just line the eye. That's it. Like, and it's quick and pretty, and I love it. I think this looks so good. This has been my most worn makeup for the past month. I'm into all of these products. I will have everything listed below in the description box. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. Go hydrate. Cheers. I hope you're having a good one, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.